Hello and welcome to another League of Legends ranked commentary featuring AD carry Corki down in the bottom lane. Now this game, right off the bat, if you take a look down the sides of the screens at the various summoner spells, and at the champions on the enemy team, you may notice something of a slight little issue that may come up later. Zed's death mark can be cleansed. Zed typically likes to dive onto nice squishy AD carries and eat them for lunch. So going barrier might not have been the best thing possible. I'm actually going to slow things down to normal time here for the very early game. There's a reason for this. There's a pretty good reason for this, for that matter. I actually try to get fancy today. Yeah, doing the last hit thing. Actually doing okay, getting the last hits in. This is my first game actually as in gold. This is right off the back of that previous Ari game I uploaded. Doing AD carry today. I've decided that for this game, I want to try and, they go in for a last hit or an auto attack on a minion. I want to auto attack Sivir, like right there. She attacked the minion, I attacked her. There's nothing for me to last hit, so I lose nothing by doing it. So, we're going to go back and forth with this a couple times. It goes okay. A couple times I think I tank the minions too much, take some hits back. But all in all, it goes fairly well. Jarvan gets caught out here. This is my first big mistake of the game. Jarvan trying to steal blue buff against Lee Sin, who... not a good idea. Janna went up to help. I thought Janna got caught warding. I didn't follow. Not that I don't think we could have turned that around anyway. We could have possibly chased them off, or we could have just gotten collapsed on like pincer move style and both of us killed. Either way, I survive. They don't take advantage of the 2v1 bottom lane, which is fortunate for me. I'm hanging around, kind of trying to play it safe. Leona is in the bush now. I'm a little nervous. I'm expecting her to have tried to jump right on me. She's Zenith Blades, I've Valkyrie away, and everyone's all nice and happy. Corki's abilities, after I just check his W to make sure it is Gatling Gun, and okay, Missile Barrage. His passive gives him a little bit of extra damage as true damage. 10% of his auto attack damage, it goes as true damage. So, nice little extra passive bonus. His Q Phosphorus Bomb is a little bit of an AoE ability. It's a little, like, cloud of phosphorus dust or whatever. Does damage, reveals enemies for a little while. His W Valkyrie, he leaps away and leaves a trail of fire behind him. Anything walking in the fire takes some damage. And Singed is being man mode up top and doing his thing. Valkyrie is good for escapes, has a bit of a long cooldown. You generally want to save it for disengaging when you get caught. Gatling Gun, it's that little machine gun thing he fires off, and he does constant damage in a cone in front of him. The cone does damage, it reduces armor, and the armor reduction stacks up to 4 times, so you can shred armor up pretty good. His ultimate, when he gets at level 6, he gets up to 7 or 8 missiles, I believe it's 8, and he can fire those missiles forward. They proc nice things like Sheen. I'll be going Trinity Force this game because that's all the rage in the World Championship right now, off the Phage and Trinity Force buffs. The missiles stack up to 8. He gets one every 10-15 seconds or so. Anyway, finally we get an engage. We get both of them pretty damn low. I Valkyrie forward, saving my flash. And unfortunately, Janna flashed forward a little bit. We weren't in a position to capitalize off that and get the kills, but we did push them out of lane. So right now, gold-wise, I got zoned out a little bit in that 2v1, lost a bunch of CS there, and I started getting nervous on the back of, I should really try to harass, and I started actually messing myself up a little bit. I really wasn't kind of focusing on that, but something I was trying to do. It's something you need to do when you want to get better. Is if you have nothing to do, auto-attack. If you can auto-attack without them being able to auto-attack you back, yeah, hell, even better. I'm just pushing bottom lane forward right now. I want to get it to the tower so we can back. Trying to get my 1200 gold up for Phage. Singed, I don't even know what the hell's going on up here. Singed is just rocking the top lane. He's beating Vladimir, which really shouldn't happen considering Vlad has the range advantage. So I get my 1200 gold. Some people may have realized, oh, he said that number wrong. No, I got my 1200 gold and back for Phage, which turns out is, what am I at? I'm at like 1220. Phage is 1250, so I don't have the gold for it. I hang back in base and wait on 30 gold or so. 20 gold. So, I think I end up waiting on like 15, 20 gold. For the Phage, it's a pretty good little trade-off. So I'm okay with that. It's all good. Valkyrie out. We're going to be working way back to lane. Let's speed things up. I tend to leave things in one-time speed way too often. We'll direct the camera. Singed doing his thing up top again. Dodging a Q like a boss. Getting out alive with under 100 health. And he pushed Vlad out of the lane at the same time. And yeah, he's Fizz all chat. How is Singed beating a Vlad? Because I'm a plat Singed from Korea. You damn Koreans. Alright. Gang comes in bottom lane. Lee Sin's... Actually, I remember this play from the game. I was curious. Okay, yeah, Lee came all the way around the Dragon Pit through the jungle. We had no vision in Tribush, so we're gonna get caught out here. We're putting a little poke forward, throwing one of those bombs out. And Janna just gets locked up in the middle of things, and there was nothing that happened off of that. Jarvan was already low, so we couldn't really follow up. It's 2v1 again. Leona still doesn't have 6, so no... not Eclipse. What's it called? Solar Flare. So I saw that before I looked. Actually, I don't know. Whatever. So they're backing. I'm trying to delay Sivir as much as possible. I'm just getting some last hits in. I want to push the wave. I think Sivir went to the tower to back. Turns out that my missile barrage? Missile barrage onto her spell shield, giving her enough mana back that she decided to stay in lane. The amount of time she sat there, back out of XP range anyway, I think it's only about now that I realize she's even still here. She could have backed and been back in lane like a couple seconds later anyway. But it prevented us from putting some damage on the tower, so probably the better decision here. It works out good for us though. We're still even on items. Had she backed, they would have been in a pretty good power position. They just both pushed the lane pretty good and pushed us forward. Or, yeah, pushed us back to stop us from backing, or if we backed, then they could put damage on the tower. So, there's stuff going on. Top lane again. Fizz loses a duel. Bottom lane, or mid lane. Top lane, Singed is just like, oh, hey Lee Sin, what's up? I don't care if you're there. I'm just gonna keep being singed. So we end up roaming middle lane. We take a tower. Good stuff. We try to chase. They return the bottom tower. A little unfortunate. Jump on them. They get back to the tower. Fizz roamed bottom with us. Follows up on the dive. Both of them getting out just alive. I go forward, end up flashing out. I don't want to be too far on the tower. I got kind of nervous, didn't want to get locked up. So I got right to the edge of tower range, so I'd just be able to step out of aggro. And we pick up a... Oh, not double kill. We got 2 kills bottom lane. No, Fizz just got away. Unfortunately, no one helped push this lane forward quick, and I'm still not really doing... I don't have a lot of items yet at this point, so I'm doing what I can to push the lane, but if either of them had helped push that quickly, we could have taken that tower as opposed to just pushing the minion wave to the tower, and kind of that being it. Speeding things back up, Singed still top lane. He's like, it's taking like 3-4 people to kill him at this point, and he's fed Singed basically. He's up 36 CS. He's up 4 kills, no 3 kills, whatever. He's tough as hell. We have a really messy fight here. I'm just gonna rewind briefly because I was kind of looking at the scoreboard for that. Off the back of Singed, or no, that was Jarvan who got killed. Singed actually got out and backed apparently. So Janna gets caught out behind the Baron Pit. So now we're in a bad place. Leona's behind us. I'm thinking, oh, I'm just gonna go top lane. It's like, oh, now Singed is here. We can probably get out of here, all 3 of us. So we turn this back around and throw some missiles down. Zed comes back up from the bottom of the Baron Pit. We keep chasing on this. Zed gets slipped back. We jump in and rip him a new one. Now they duck down to try and help. Leona tries to get out over the wall. Unfortunately, that only grabs onto champions, so she wouldn't have gotten out anyway. But whatever. Pick up Leona, and we turned that around pretty nicely. We went 2 for 2 off an extremely messy team fight. The Singed death actually came a little earlier, so that, kind of related, but I don't know. I guess it was part of it in the grand scheme of things. Go mid, push mid tower. Now put some damage on mid tower, they won't quite take it. Go do dragon. Unfortunately, get caught out. The second we saw them, we really needed to... I apologize, I missed these team fights. The second they showed up, we both needed to get over the wall. Jard unfortunately EQ'd to start the dragon fight. I'm running away, I poked, got caught by Lee Sin. Get to the tower bottom lane, Janna throws a tornado, throws the exhaust. Fizz shows up behind, collapses in, and we finish off Lee Sin for nothing. I'll clear out this tower. I think do I clear the next wave? No, I don't clear the next wave. I go back and finish off my Trinity Force. Finally. 17 minutes, 53 seconds. Not particularly great. Now, I'm not doing bad by any means. I haven't died. Go to directed camera instead of staring at the fog of war. I'm not doing bad by any means. 203, 100 CS. I'm down 26 CS. I'm actually quite a bit behind if we look at the gold. I am down 1.6k, so not a good place to be. Team fight breaks out mid lane. Fizz going crazy, man mode, gets kind of caught out. Jarvan saves Fizz, gets killed. Fizz does a little playful trickster stuff, trying to get away. Leona's on him, but this leaves everyone else kind of caught out. Now it's 5v3, but it's actually a fairly even fight health-wise. Check out the team fight UI at the bottom. We pick up Vlad, and unfortunately, do we get someone? We might get Leona here. Yes, we do pick up Leona, so we've turned this around. It's now 2 for 2. And, unfortunately, we don't have minions, unfortunately. Would have been nice to take that tower off the back of that, but, oh well, can't have everything. So now I'm running around as double buff Corki. This not only means do I have a slow, in addition to, I'm pressing the tab, trying to get the regular UI to come back up. I have a slow from the red buff. Phage increases my speed, so I am extremely mobile. I'm going to be able to pin people down like forget it. With that blue buff, my missiles not only will be able to fire them more quickly, but they'll refill more quickly. So, missiles everywhere off that double buff. Got a tower bottom lane. Fight about to break out. Fizz, again, going kind of man mode. Burst down. I got Sivir. I get the kill off the back of it. Team fight going on still. Got a double kill. Lee Sin almost dead. Miss a missile, which will come back to haunt me. Land a missile. And unfortunately, he gets just out of range. Now Vlad is coming around the back. Jarvan gonna slip out the side, I believe. Yes. Alright, so we went 2 for 2 off a pretty messy team fight. Can you start seeing a problem here? Fizz likes to pick off and assassinate people, which is fine. Fizz is an assassin. I actually had a Fizz game. I kind of went through what you want to do, how you want to do it. Picking off the AD carry on the back of a team fight is fine. When half the team isn't actually there to follow up on it, not quite as fine. As we switch off the team fight UI that I once again left up. Singed is, like, tanky as all hell. He's, like, going in, hoping for follow-up. I decided that, let's just go get that bottom tower. In retrospect, probably not the best idea, because had I been there in front of Singed the whole time doing damage, we could have picked up a couple kills. Janna comes in. Lee kicks Singed back, and as he gets thrown over the wall, Singed just barely gets out of that alive. Had a Q landed or something, or they not gotten separated by that wall. Singed probably would have died off the back of that, but again, I just got my double buffs refreshed, so I'm still going to be running with double buffs. I don't know what the whole Singed being gay comment is. Here, I believe, comes kind of throw number 1. We're up by 2k gold. And here we go, we're sieging a tower, no big deal. Clearing up some minions, getting minions in range. We should be auto-attacking the tower right now. Instead, we decided to commit to a fight. Fizz does pick off Vlad. Okay, good. He has no way out, unfortunately. He gets picked off himself. Now, they all just finished respawning, coming from the Nexus. They're all nice and full health. So, not in a happy place. And, we got chased, killed. I had already Valkyried out, had it on cooldown. Hoping I had my flash down. Okay, everything was down. I was caught. I turned, hoped for the best for the kill, which is what I actually did. I was like, oh god, I hope that was the right move given the context of that. It's like, I actually remember what's happening for once, because I just played this game 20 minutes ago, if that now. It was about 20 minutes ago. Alright, so on the back of that, they take mid tower. Singe, still being Singed, is like proxying and pushing, and not proxying, he's farming between towers, and still killing Vlad. Vlad, only now is he getting some magic resistance. He was building armor prior to that, which probably not the worst decision given that I was running 6-6, but you have a Fed Singed and you have a Fed Fizz. You need to build some magic resist. Alright, going forward. There's some farming, we got a directed camera. There's some pinging going on. Stealing blue buff quick. Getting that back on me for that missile cooldown and recharge. Fizz is doing stuff. You jump on Vlad, get pools. I have Deathmark on me right now. Janna with a tornado with her ultimate to knock back Zed, keep him off me. The ultimate actually kind of wasted. Or not the ultimate. The exhaust, I think, a little bit of a waste, but we got the kill. It's all good. Again, we are on a 4v3. We have minions approaching. We're low health relative to them. I'm trying to hit people with missiles and failing utterly and horribly. Now here, what we need to be doing is damaging the tower. Which we actually do, which is good. And take the Nexus and then get the hell out of here because the other two are about to spawn. Alright, good deal. So we head over towards Baron on the back of that. Unfortunately, not a single ward placed down. I think at this point Janna is just... Now, Janna had wards, and she had them not placed. Should have had a ward here, possibly here in this bush. Alright, we see them coming, dipping down through here. We had a ward over in this bush. We caught vision of them. We all wisely backed the hell off. Fizz goes roaming in the jungle. Catches out Zed. Chunks the crap out of him, Playful Trickster, and that's a dead Zed. Good play by Fizz. And we're pinging Baron again off that now 5v4 power play. Alright, so Vladimir decides to poke around. Throws a Hemoplague down. I think he hit me with the edge of it. Not a huge deal. Lee Sin jumps in and steals Baron. So on the back of that, we kill the crap out of Lee Sin. So right about now, not quite yet, but Fizz is now all like, I gotta go, hurry up, we need to end this. Okay, we just lost Baron. All said and done, everything is pretty even. Sivir has been farming a lot harder than I am. She's about even on kills. She's still about 1.2k gold ahead of me. I decided on the back of it that, this is actually quite a bit in error. I decided that, you know what? We have the middle inhibitor down. We're probably going to transition into a phase where we're going to be sieging towers out. So I'm going to go for the defensive items, go for the Guardian Angels, because I'm going to be using my missiles a lot more than anything else in the upcoming fights. Turns out that's not going to be quite exactly how it goes. Jarvan tries to lock down Lee Sin. Lee Sin being Lee Sin just safeguards out to Sivir, gets away. Fizz is... I'm not even sure why he was here. It's about now, or maybe a minute or so before this, that Fizz is saying he has to leave. Right here, that fish missing is the key, or should have been the signal to, oops, this isn't going to happen, given that I can't see anybody else, and they're all probably here in our base. So, team fight breaks out, Fizz gets killed off. I'm doing what I can. I make a huge mistake here, so I'm focusing Leona. There really wasn't much else in the way of targets. I think Lee Sin's actually a little tankier than Leona is at the moment. But, Valkyrie out, turn around, throw some more missiles, get some auto attacks with the Sheen procs. We push back in, get Vladimir, which is great. And right now, we need to be backing the hell up and getting out of here, because we're not in great shape to keep fighting. And if anyone had run back and home guard boots or anything like that, which Lee actually does have, so you gotta be wary of those when you're fighting on low health near the base. We go pick up Dragon, switch off the teamfight UI. Now we're picking buffs. I back off. Jarvan saves this red buff for me. Good guy, Jarvan. I don't feel bad waiting for it, although this is, we watched the buff's health. 35, 29, 23. The passives that, I think it's Butcher, or Blades or something like that. It's like the second one on the right side on the defense tree from the top. That makes enemies take damage when they hit you. The enemy little minion monster, whatever, hits you, they take damage. So, it would have been kind of amusing if it had been taken by that. It actually just happened in one of the LCS games. Was it Fnatic's Dexter was saving the buff for, blue buff for mid laner. And between that, red buff burn, and Elise's Spiderlings, ended up kind of taking the blue buff from the mid lane. It happens even to pros, but it was all good here. Alright, so we're kind of waiting for a trap. The ward goes down, and Fizz, for whatever reason, says, oh, there's a ward, we got spotted, and he decides that to go mid lane, and that we're just gonna fight them outright. 4 of them have Baron buff right now. We should not be anywhere remotely near this for a team fight. But like I said, Fizz needs to go. Fizz wants to end this. So, Leona gets burst down. Unfortunately, Fizz kind of threw most of his stuff on that. I'm getting chunked down by Zed. Zed gets flung back towards me. I managed to stay alive. I'm trying to take this inhib, because we need to just take the inhib and get the hell back out of here. We're quite a bit lower, and they're going to... Are they going to chase us, or am I thinking of something else? No, we do get out of here, okay. 1 for 2, we came out ahead, and we got the inhibitor back down. I go get wolves, I go push bottom lane, I believe, yes. I'm a little nervous about jumping onto Sivir at this point. I'm, I know I have the Guardian Angel. I don't want my Guardian Angel to be popped in a 1v1 situation. Because she is building full glass cannon, if we look at the scoreboard stuff. She's got Infinity Edge, Static Shiv, Last Whisper, and the Brutalizer to my Trinity Force, Bloodthirster, Guardian Angel. So from... Oh, they actually had a DC. Well, we really had an opportunity to finish this off here. Unfortunately, that didn't quite happen. Oh, he reconnected right away, so we really didn't have much opportunity. Anyway, what I was looking at. I'm at 279 attack damage to Sivir's 291. So actually, all said and done, that's pretty close. What is her critical? She's got a lot more armor penetration, and she also has much higher crit chance. So in a 1v1, she would probably rip the crap out of me. If I played the Missile Barrage Sheen procs well, I probably would be able to come out ahead, but I wasn't confident enough, in all honesty, to try that, so I backed off. For better or worse, that's what I did. Fizz has at this point decided that we need to end this, I gotta go, I don't have time. We should be sieging top or bottom lane right now. Instead, we're kinda grouped up mid lane, Singed is low. Fizz throws his Chum the Waters onto Vlad, who doesn't get dropped by it. Everyone's all over. I have Leona and Zed on me. I'm doing whatever the hell I can to try and move around, kite. There goes the death mark. My Guardian Angel is down. I have no backup off the back of that coming off cooldown. I'm trying what I can to get Zed down. I do manage to take Zed out before I drop, but coming off the Guardian Angel, my Valkyrie is still on cooldown. My flash is down, my barrier is down. I'm not getting out of this alive. So, Fizz, in his efforts to end the game quickly, just threw a team fight pretty badly by chasing off after Vladimir, who, not really a priority target all said and done. He was not having exactly a great game. He has no items whatsoever. He's just built tanky. Zed does a ton of damage. Sivir does a ton of damage. Both are squishy as hell. Those are the two that Fizz should have been jumping on. Speed things up a little, go to directed camera. So, Baron's up. At this point, we're talking in team chat. Fizz is like ready to leave. He has to go. And so here he decides that he's going to just end the game himself. He jumps in 3v1 trying to kill a tanky person. Zed is right here. He could have just killed Zed to begin with. Alright, he does take out, or I take out, get the last hit on Zed. Slow things down, speed up to normal speed. Fizz gets dropped by Vladimir. Singe is not here, it's now a 3v4. Two of them are not involved in this team fight. However, the way this fight is panning out, we really aren't in a position to be fighting this. I end up in the front, which is bad. Valkyrie out, turn back in. Janna gets dropped by Sivir. I get kicked forward by Lee Sin. Unfortunately, now I have nothing to get out, so I get cornered and picked off by 3 of them. Singed going man mode. Unfortunately, Sivir has a lot of kills at this point. Sivir's spell shield would have blocked off his fling, and he can't grab her to finish her off. Jarvan decides to head towards Dragon. He's thinking about it, and he decides, yeah, I'll go do this, and over the wall to get the hell away from that Lee Sin rather wisely. So that's teamfight throw number 2. So I think it's right now we said respawn, wait for 5, rush Baron for better or worse because, you know, things are not going very well. They know we're here. We ping to back off, ping over here to fight. Try to catch someone out, and Fizz, once again, jumps on the Vladimir with his full burst combo. Everyone else is running around, doing whatever. Chum the Waters does land on Zed. Unfortunately, Fizz Zonya'd all the way in the back. Everyone is still able to collapse onto me. Janna, beautiful ult, getting them off of me for a moment. Leon, unfortunately, Zenith Blade's back in. I'm in range of Sivir at this point, and it just doesn't go well. Disappointing thing here is my Guardian Angel is only about 30 seconds off cooldown, if I can select myself. 5-minute cooldown, maybe 45 seconds or so. Had we waited out that instead of going in, we probably could have taken it. But there is the 4 for 5. They're paying the inhibitor. They're going to take the inhibitor. Let's switch off this teamfight UI. Jarvan goes in, tries to stop the push. Another one of these probably just should have given it up and let him take it. Because right now they basically have an opportunity at free Baron. We don't have Smite up. So unless they badly screwed up and we got really lucky, we wouldn't be able to take it. They do back off though, fortunately for us. Janna heads over quick, clears out wards. Does not unfortunately place a new one. She had a full sight stone, not sure what was going on there. None of them are placed currently. They are all just vision wards all over the place. So they're waiting around, and we now have lost Fizz. So it's down to a 4v5. We're talking like, a Corki split push. You know, again, this is the first time I've played Corki in the past, but I haven't played him recently at all. I played Corki Trinity Force back in the day. It's pretty similar to how it is now and then. I mean, I'm having a good game, 12-4-9. I was something like 7-0-5 or 5-0-7 or something like that earlier on. So I was really having a pretty good game. Unfortunately, it's now a 4v5 as we speed back up to 4 times speed. Grab red buff. I just want to fill my Bloodthirster back up. Now they're at Baron. I'm thinking possibly sneak around the side, try to steal it with a missile barrage, but it's a little too late. They pick it up. I run off that way. They go to collapse onto Janna. I'm thinking maybe they'll chase after all these guys. I can try to push top lane a little bit. Janna, unfortunately, runs towards the top tower, which basically means I'm in trouble. They do ping where I am. Janna holding them off as long as possible. They just take this tower. Not really much I can do there. A 5v me, that wouldn't have ended well between Lee Sin and Leona and all that fun stuff, as we don't need to be in a quarter speed. So I back, it's like I'm gonna go bottom lane. Someone says go for the mid inhibitor, so I go do that. Just speed things up for the rest of this. They take top tower, I'm still running for that middle inhibitor. They have minions at the Nexus towers, and I'm working on the inhibitor. But unfortunately, it's 5v4, it's too late. Fizz, in his efforts to end the game quickly, 2 or 3 times, unfortunately ended up throwing the game. That was about the 30-minute mark. Yeah, Fizz the whole time going, I have to go soon, I have to go soon. This was going on before the 30-minute mark. Most games, go on for 20 to 30 minutes to begin with. If you don't have that long to play a game, just don't freaking queue up for ranked. Just seriously, don't do it. Going back to about the 32-minute mark, how are we gold-wise? We were actually slightly ahead. We were up quite a bit on kills. I was actually, compared to my lane opponent, compared to Sivir, I was still actually behind, but I was having a good game overall, 9-1 and 8, so doing really well as we're throwing a fight over in the base. So basically, Corki, I didn't really focus on bottom lane too much. Corki is pretty, you want to make good use of this missile. He's kind of like a Caitlyn or a Varus in that regard. You want to fire his projectile stuff, try to hit people, whittle them down. I didn't really cover Corki at all otherwise, and we really didn't have, the way this entire game went was not really, oh, that's like big ping effects. Look at this stuff here in the corner. As we can go back to normal speed. Corki is great at sieging. He's a really good, kind of like Ezreal is, how you kind of just want to duel from range. You really don't want to get into a situation where you're just kind of standing there auto-attacking. You want to fire a missile, auto-attack, back up a flow, fire another missile, auto-attack, maybe use your Gatling gun, and, shred some armor off of them. But, good job to everyone who was on my team for this game, except for that Fizz. We stuck in there, we gave it our best effort. When you're down a member, and you're behind on top of that, if it was reversed, we had the 78k to the enemy's 65k. There was a chance we could have done something with that, but we didn't have any strong, Singed can split push, and he should have been the one doing it, but at the same time, I don't know how well it would have been if I was, just off the back of that Baron, we just didn't have time to do anything. I guess our thought process was, I'm going to try to backdoor, I'll try to make, Corki's going to get a tower, if they're going to not just rush forward for the Nexus towers and just try to end it right there. But it's a lot of times hard. We're behind, so for us to have come back at this point, Sivir's at 6 items, Zed's just about done with 6 items. They're all pretty well done with their stuff. Leona's running around on 3 items. The support has 3 items. Right there, that tells you that they have a lot of gold. 80k gold is a lot. Now, there are the gold totals at the end of the game. We did our best. Unfortunately, we had someone who did not allot even close to enough time. Emergencies come up, but when you're saying 10 minutes before, I gotta go soon, guys, it's like, yeah, thanks, So not to get too caught off on that, talking about Corki a little more. Generally speaking, he's a kind of pokey, CG duelist kind of guy. You don't want to be necessarily in a, I'm trying to think, who's the just auto-attack the crap out of them AD carry? That's kind of like Draven. Draven, you catch an axe or two, but for the most part, you're just auto-attacking away. Twitch, same sort of thing. You stealth up to them, you throw poison, you auto-attack away, you hit expunge, and you keep auto-attacking. Everyone else sort of does the kind of, Ezreal, Corki, do that whole dueling thing. I feel like I had a better point involving that, but there you go. The victory screen for the wrong team. I guess it always just says victory, even though it was defeat for me. So, yeah, anyway. I hope this was a little more educational than I feel like it was. I didn't really focus on too many mistakes I made. I think overall I played a fairly good game. I tried a couple new things, trying the hit the early on during the landing phase, I'd try to trade hits when they would go to last hit. So I was trying some new stuff. It didn't always work out perfectly. There's a couple times I went to do it, I'm out of auto attack range, so it didn't go perfect, but tried some new stuff. Team fight wise, there was a couple points when I probably Valkyried when I shouldn't have. That one where I Valkyried and then got Lee Sin kicked back 2 seconds later. If I had a Valkyrie up, I could possibly have escaped and the fight could have gone differently, but yeah, it is what it is. Hope you learned something. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, rate, and/or subscribe, and have a great day.